For the latest Alien and Predator news updates, visit hybridnetworkyt.com. Hey, what's going on guys, Nick here, and with this video I wanted to do something different because I've never really done like a versus style video with the AVP content, and I figured why not, because this is a video that I've kind of been wanting to see happen, but it just hasn't happened yet actually. So I figured I'd just make one and give my thoughts on the matter. So this one, as you can tell by the title, is going to be the Neomorph versus a Predator. Now I didn't want to just make it general and say just any Predator, I wanted to make it a fair fight, so I put up a Young Blood Yautja against a adult Neomorph. Basically because it would be fair, because a Young Blood is trained to take down humans with these, but to advance up to the next rank, which is Blooded, they have to successfully kill a Xenomorph. So they're basically like adolescent predators, the ones that we saw in the first AVP film. So I figured, you know, they're a pretty equal match for a regular adult Neomorph. Now in terms of traits and equipment, the Young Bloods stand over 7 feet tall, as with most Yautja, and they weigh somewhere over 500 pounds. In terms of their arsenal, they bring along a biomask, scimitar, wrist blades, wrist gauntlet, net gun, combi stick, ceremonial dagger, body armor, of course, plasma caster, and shurikens. So those are the stats for a Young Blood Predator. Now for the Neomorph, what we saw in Alien Covenant is that they're vicious aliens that stand roughly 7 feet tall at full maturity, and they're far more feral and animal-like than a typical Xenomorph. They likely lack the intelligence of Xenomorphs though, and they also lack the biomechanical features. Neomorphs also don't have the inner jaw, but they do have a large set of fangs inside of their jaw which can unhinge like a goblin shark. They also feature a tail tipped with spikes that can be used to slash or impale a target, and it's also been debated whether or not they have acidic blood, so it's kind of hard to factor that into this debate because there's two sides of that argument that I can see, and personally I didn't see that they actually had the acidic blood in the film. I know a lot of people like to bring up the whole scene where Walter gets his hand bitten off, but honestly I think that was just some sort of machinery inside of Walter himself that got basically ripped off and started to like fuse or burn up, or whatever process was happening there. So who I think would win in this fight? Honestly, it's really close because the Young Bloods that we saw in AVP, they did put up a decent fight, but they weren't like the best in terms of close combat, and while the Neomorphs are very good in close combat and they're really feral and lethal, they don't really have tons of armor and protection, and they just sort of charge at things like a bullet really. So I don't know, it's a very close fight. I would honestly say the Predator might edge out very slightly, but if the Neomorph was able to get the jump on him and he was right up on top of him, I think the Neomorph could easily win it too. So this is a very close fight, but I want to hear what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think the Young Blood has it this time or the adult Neomorph? As always, thanks for watching. My name is Nick, and for more on the Alien and Predator universe, subscribe to Hybrid Network.